there's your spare wheel. So just lift it up from the bottom and pull it forward, pull it down. As you can feel, it's coming down off the ramps, and there is the spare wheel for the vehicle. I said it's a steel wheel, but it's the same size as what you're taking off, which is fine, because obviously you're not going to leave it on, because you're going to put that in your vehicle, take it away and go and get that sorted. Now, if you've got the space in your vehicle, your wheel which has got a puncture in, I wouldn't put it back underneath here unless you've got to from where you are, because it's going to be a lot easier if it's in your vehicle just to go somewhere to try and get it fixed. Obviously, if it's a puncture, you might just be able to get it the puncture repaired, and then the people, obviously wherever you've gone to, they're going to put it back on your vehicle anyway, and put it back on your vehicle. But if you need to, obviously it will go back underneath there. But as you can imagine, I've given ourselves lots of room here that's on there, but normally your vehicle will be down here. So obviously trying to get it back in is a bit more tricky, and again, if you know, it's better if you do there. So if you've got room in your vehicle, in the boot or in your passenger compartment area, if you've got something you just put around it to keep it clean, the rest of the vehicle clean, that not clean, put it in there, and obviously you can go and drive and get it sorted then, wherever you might be. So on that basis, just how this goes back up. So you lift it back up, back into there, that bolt goes back in, twist all the way round, and then do both bolts back up so it's back and secured from on there as well, and that won't go anywhere once it's back in there. Right, so we've got our spare wheel, obviously the plate's behind it, so we know on here these are where the nuts are going into, so there's two across the top edge. It is quite handy if either you put that one or put one in the middle, so you've got a rough idea where this is going. So I've got two bolts I'll find, so I'll just move it around a bit so I've got it in the right kind of angle. So two there, two onto there, and then you need to lift it up, get it close as you can to the place, and handle it, unfortunately, as close as you can. Then the final bit, if you keep your hand on the bottom there, that will keep the wheel actually on without any bolts in. So as you can see, that's basically at the moment, if I move my hand, you can see it's moving slightly, it's trying to come off. So get a bolt, stick a bolt in, give it a twist round, just hand tighten it up. Your wheel's on now, it's not going to go anywhere, so it's all good. Then the rest of the bolts, simple reverse of where you were before. So quickly put these back on. As I said before, when you're looking at it before, you can see that the hole matches up when you're looking at it through there. If it's slightly off, just give the wheel a bit of a wiggle and just move it back over to where you are. And that one, and that one, and that one. So all these now are finger tight. But before we put the wheel back onto the floor, because it's still off from the floor that's there, push the bottom bit back in, twist that bottom one round again, so that's finger tight, finger tight, finger tight, finger tight, finger tight. With your wheel brace, it's on here, just turn it round so each one's tight. Put that one on there. So those are tight, your wheel's not going anywhere, it's tight on there at the minute. You're not going to drive on it with it like that for the minute. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to release the wheel brace at this point now. So I'm just going to wind that down a little bit. That's going to put pressure now on the tyre. So that's now back on the ground, it's on there, not going anywhere. And now again you can get to your wheel bolts, and again put them on there, give them a really good press down, work your way around, do one after the other. So put your lock and wheel bolt on again. I'd probably go around twice, and that's all your wheel bolts back up. Now at this point now you can completely take your jack off. It's all secured, that's on there as well. Obviously put everything back away, put it in your vehicle, and you're all good to go at that point. What I would recommend is if you're doing a long journey, I was always taught years and years ago, when I was taught to change a spare wheel or change any of the wheels, it was obviously nut them up as I've just done there, take it for a quick drive, and then give them another go around them again and just make sure they really are tight. Obviously if you take it to a professional, as in to get your tyre changed, they will actually what they call torque them up, and what that basically means is they get a special spanner. This is exactly how tight they should be, and that'll be quite a big bar, or they'll use a gun, for example, to go onto it that's on there. But as I said, if you tighten them up as I've tightened them up now, go for a drive, come back and really put your body against them, you would have known how tight they were when you took them off. So you get an idea from how much you should be tightening them back up again as well. But that's how wheel bolts work. Your priority at that point then is to get your wheel fixed as soon as possible. As I said, either it'll need a new tyre or it might need a repair that's on it as well, and then they'll get that wheel back on. That's the end of showing you how to change a spare wheel on a vehicle. So just to clarify what we said earlier on in the video, because I really want to stress this to you, is obviously safety is paramount when you do this. So if you've got breakdown on your vehicle and they're going to come out quite quick, which is, you know, pretty much anywhere you are normally that's on there, get them to come out and do it. On the side of a road, anywhere like that, I can't emphasize to you how important it is that you make sure you're safe when you're doing this. If you can, get somebody to come out and get them to actually do it for you as well. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, you've probably noticed from today, these things are quite big. They weigh quite a bit of weight that's in there as well. These are not things that you can just move around quite easily that's on there as well. So know your own capabilities when you start something like this as well, because obviously you don't want to get halfway through and then it causes yourself an even bigger problem that's there as well. So and also as well, if it is something you think you might need to do, familiarise yourself with it as well. So have a look at your own vehicle at home, know where your jack points are, make sure you know where your jack is, make sure you know where your locking wheel bolt is for the vehicle. It's always important that you know where these things are, because if it's not you that's changing it, if your breakdown come out to you as well, they're going to want to know where that locking wheel bolt is as well. So obviously, you know, get ready now, know where these things are as well as you're going, and then everybody can have a good safe time as well when they're away as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. We're going to put like a little time lapse on now, because obviously I'm going to have to put the other wheel back on this and put it all back together again. So we'll do that for the end of the video as well. As I said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it informative as well. If I've done anything wrong or you think I should have done differently, pop it in the comments box below, and obviously we can bring that too as well. If you do anything different, that'd be good to know. As always as well, if you like today's video, give us a thumbs up, give us a like. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.